Hi guys.
Hi.
I'm with Jessica and Peter of Haute Healing Oasis, and I'm so excited to introduce you all to Peter and Jessica because they have been instrumental in my healing over this last year. I could not have done it without Haute Healing Oasis and all of the services and their ongoing love and support that they've had for me. And truthfully, you guys have really, on a spiritual level, a soul level, and a physical level, have been so important to my healing. It really does help that Haute Healing Oasis is right in my backyard here in Stanford. Literally, I can walk from my apartment, and your hours are just so perfect for me that I can come in the evening, I can come during the day, I can come on the weekends, and I just am so grateful that you guys decided to open. I can't wait to share with everyone why you opened and what you offer. So the things that I use here that have been so important is the infrared sauna services, which I love. The infrared sauna we're going to get more into, but it's just basically a more extensive sauna detoxifying system that allows, basically penetrates your organs and gets you like on an internal level and detoxes from the inside out. And that has been so important, like after I have had all my scans, or if I've had to do something I didn't really love to do on a medical standpoint during the process of my healing, I've been able to come in here and kind of get grounded, sweat it out, detoxify, and I always feel so much better. My sleep is better, my stress levels go down, I have less anxiety, all of the things that really do
come from the infrared sauna.
Exactly, that come from the infrared sauna. Also, you have massage, which I've also indulged in, and you have some specialized massage, which you'll go into. And you have a device here that I now have that I'm so excited about, and that device is a medical device that's FDA approved, and I think that we are so lucky to be exposed to something so cutting edge, but not really, because they're using this device in Europe, and NASA has this device and they're using it in some of the spacesuits, or they're going to be, for oxygen on a cellular level internally. And I just, this is basically your spa. Haute Healing Oasis is more than a spa. It's really a medical center on a holistic level, and for all kinds of different things. And for me, it helped with my cancer and healing my body, but Lyme disease, depression, all of the about weight loss,
anxiety,
like there's anxiety, sleep issues, yeah.
And it really comes from a personal testimony. I mean, that's where the whole story of hope began.
Right, that's what I want to know. Tell us.
So really, about 7 years ago now, I was going to a call as a firefighter in Stanford, and I injured my back.
Did you see his uniform?
I injured my back, and during my rehab, my chiropractor was recommending infrared saunas. He goes, they're great for back pain, for inflammation, and I really never heard of these before. So I started doing some research, and I read that they were good for everything from inflammation in the body, joint discomfort, skin, hair, cardiovascular issues, stress, anxiety, PTSD, seasonal depression disorder. The list goes on and on. There were 30 different things, and I believed half of it, honestly. And we ended up buying one for the house, and we used it every day, and we felt it for ourselves. So we felt my back pain diminish, and Jessica's joint pains diminish. She was a professional athlete. She's a Hall of Fame powerlifter.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
But, through all those things, she really beat up her body.
Right.
And we felt all these things improving, and our blood pressure got lower, and just our moods were better, our skin was better. Everything that they said was coming true.
And allergies, everything.
And we were telling our family and friends, you have to come try this thing. But no one would come. You can't be a prophet in your own town. And we prayed upon it, and we had a vision for this facility. And through God and the universe, doors opened that shouldn't open, and here we are 2 years later now, providing healing for people on so many different levels, like you said, about the infrared saunas, and that's really where this started.
Yeah.
And through that was amazing, and massage was a natural complement to that. And through the course of our evolution, We've incorporated other modalities, like the cellular device you're talking about, that works on energy healing
Yes.
of the body, increasing vasomotion, your tiniest capillaries and blood flow, which has been astounding for people.
So many athletes are using it.
Mm-hmm.
The horses in the Kentucky Derby, I know that they use this device
Yeah.
to help circulation and oxygen. And you know, for me, I've done my research about cancer and disease, and usually disease cannot thrive in an oxygenated system. So when you have a lot of balance in your system and you have oxygen flowing to all those areas in circulation, exercise is also a great way to get your blood flowing and get things going and provide oxygen to your system. But this device, all you have to do is lay on it and it does it, and I can
More than
literally
exercise
feel my
Yeah.
cells dance. Jess, tell us about like what it was like, you being a Hall of Famer and kind of getting into the wellness world and switching gears, and you're a teacher too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So we got a firefighter and a teacher
and we're here.
healing people.
So we're in the
Basically.
service. We're in the field of service. We love to serve.
Total service.
We love to serve people. So I've been a teacher for 15 years. I was always really holistic and into natural options and with essential oils and such. And being an athlete, as rigorous as I was a weightlifter.
Right.
So it sounds really great to be one of the top 10 strongest women in the world, but it's really butchering on the body. In my mid 30s, it's like, there were already symptoms and experiences of arthritis, and just a lot of inflammation in my body. So I was in pain every day. I would hide it like most people do and play it down, and after using the sauna at home, I really just saw a difference in my body. My skin, because my thyroid was shutting down for years and my hair was falling out and my skin and the quality of my skin was really diminishing. I had really horrible cystic acne, and my
You developed an allergy to eggs.
I developed
right?
an allergy to eggs, and my mood and my hair was falling out, and everything was just achy, and I had brain fog, and these sorts of things happen when your thyroid is shutting down.
Right.
And then
I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that because a lot of people have thyroid issues.
Yeah, and a lot of issues we have are just it's like a lack of blood flow, like Elisa was saying. So the infrared really, really helped me and helped me with my anxiety, because all this stuff threw me into an emotional loop
Right.
of the same thing going over and over and over into my head. And then we got this cellular medical device, and the first time on it, I felt my blood bubbling.
I know, that's how I feel like my cells are dancing.
Yeah.
Like dancing, like air, like I don't even know, because you don't even know, like all you do is, it's basically a yoga mat, and you lay on it, and you turn it on, and there's targeted areas. You can target specific areas. So for me specifically, the targeted pad I put around my breast because that's where the tumor was.
Yeah.
So I wanted oxygen to get to that area specifically. But literally, I get on this thing and I could feel my cells dancing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how does that happen?
It's crazy, because then it's the only thing in the world that can do what it does, which is why it's a registered medical device.
Yeah, it's FDA approved.
And so I remember I went to teach a workout class and I was on fire. Like I was moving, and the next day I wasn't nearly as sore, and I felt like it was like I smoked something or whatever. I don't know, colors were bright, everything was clear, my
Clarity.
sinuses were clear, I was really focused, I just felt good.
Right.
And the more that I was on this device, the more benefits I had, all the way up to the point which I never expected. So I was deathly allergic to eggs for
Yeah, I know.
almost 15 years. I couldn't walk into an IHOP or kiss Peter after he had 6 hours after he had a cookie without going into anaphylactic shock. So many times I was in the hospital with the EpiPen just from sheer cross-contamination
Of eggs.
of eggs. And
people probably have that with peanut allergies and
Yeah.
like animal allergies.
5 months into using the device, I had an exposure, a huge exposure to egg. And I had no reaction, and I got blood work done. I went to the doctor, we filmed it. My egg allergy is gone. I just had omelet this morning. So yeah, now it's just a whole different world. There's such a sense of freedom. It's a game changer, literally, because the inflammation in my body and in my joints is gone.
Right.
I was on the highest dose of thyroid medication for 7 days a week for 15 years. Now I'm on the lowest dose 2 days a week, and my Yale New Haven doctor did that. So it wasn't like I went to some...
Yeah, like to a holistic doctor, practitioner. If somebody doesn't believe in that, which that's been my route, and not everyone is aligned with that, but that's okay.
Yeah. So my whole body, mind, a relationship, my sleep, everything got better. I don't go anywhere without this device. If there was a fire in my house, I would save
Me too.
a Peter cookie, and I would bring this.
Cookie's their dog.
I would bring this cellular energy device.
And with that too, it's, I mean, you guys both are very empathic with your bodies and feel like there's bubbles in your blood, but it's different for everybody.
Yeah, tell us about that, because you see people come in here.
Yeah, and it's funny because when I first got introduced to Beamer, I got introduced to a lot of medical devices through the spa, people coming in trying to, show us newer devices. But the things here are very important to be backed in science.
Right.
I have to see the validity of something proven.
Yeah, you're super educated in all.
And a big skeptic of things too. So
you are.
when I was exposed to this initially, I actually had a bad knee. I had discomfort in my knee, and maybe it was about a 6-7, and I get on this device, and I'm actually making fun of it because I'm not feeling anything.
Right.
I'm not empathic, and I'm joking. I go, is it even plugged in? Because again, it's working on blood flow, and that's the way your body heals itself naturally. That's the only way your body can. Your body's whole purpose from birth to death is to heal itself and restore itself, and the only way it does that...
Can we just say that? Hold on. Say that one more time for everyone to hear. The whole purpose of our body is...
to heal itself from everything. From a sprained ankle to a migraine headache to cancer. It wants to heal itself. That's its job.
Hey, hallelujah.
And the only way it does that is blood flow.
It's that simple.
So this device is incredible, because it allows your body to be the miracle that it is. It increases blood flow by 30% systemically through every cell. Every cell has more oxygen. Every cell has more ATP. It functions better. It heals the body internally.
Right.
And that's the beautiful thing. Sometimes doctors don't even know what's wrong with you, but your body knows what's wrong with it. And when it wants to heal itself, and it's going to find the pathways through microcirculation and vasomotion to correct things. And it's incredible. So when I was on the device and I'm sitting there, I actually had that knee discomfort. I'm making fun of the device, and after 8 minutes, I get up and my discomfort went from about a 6 to about a 2 in 8 minutes, and I was blown away. I go, what happened here? And he's telling me about blood flow. He's telling me about the importance of it. He's talking about how this has world patents covering the technology, how NASA, like you mentioned, is in collaboration to put this inside spacesuits for the circulation of astronauts.
Well, Germany, like all the hospitals in Europe actually use this device as a treatment for cancer.
Yeah.
Specifically. And their version of Mayo Clinic, which is in Budapest, Hungary, administers over 300 of these sessions a day. So they're in ambulances, hospitals, medical clinics, preemie unit, ICU units.
It's a different view of health. It's more holistic.
Olympic training centers.
It's a different view.
It's kind of going to the core because, like Peter was saying, a lot of times things fall apart and we don't know even where to start down the rabbit hole of physicians. And you do one
it's
treat
so
one thing,
overwhelming.
And for me there were so many things wrong. I mean, I had my face crushed by 300 pounds. I was diagnosed with Raynaud syndrome. I was diagnosed with bone on bone in my wrist, and I was wearing carpal tunnel braces. My jaw was displaced. Everything was falling apart. Yeah. And if it wasn't for this device, I would have fallen apart.
Well, the device, the infrared, the way that you eat, like all of this stuff. One thing, I just went to an academy for the cellular medical device with you, and I've wanted to educate myself so much in basically everything that I'm doing, because my mission now is to share as much as what I do to hopefully empower some people to make some better choices for their own healing journeys, because we don't have to suffer. Like we can heal on a whole nother level without the suffering aspect. And at the academy, which was something that I loved learning because they went into the science, and you know, that's been basically for the skeptics for me is everyone's got something to say, right? Like it's like J-Lo and Shakira, everyone's got something to say. And if there's not a scientific viewpoint or any kind of studies, then people don't want to hear about it. But here there's so many, and what I really, really loved that I took away the most is because, you know, I take about 70 plus supplements a day. So I'm taking curcumin, I'm taking bromelain, I'm taking chlorophyll, I'm taking CBD and THC. Yeah, CBD and THC, I'm taking both of them. I'm taking, like, you name it. I'm taking, gosh, just so many things. Vitamin D, vitamin E, alpha omega, all the stuff.
Everything good.
Everything, just so many supplements. And one thing I wasn't doing was I was getting up in the morning and doing the session on my medical device first, as soon as I start my day. And that has been my routine all this time, which is great because it still works throughout the day. Like you get that 8 minutes in, and I learned that it's still working through the day. Like your blood is still circulating and it's going, and it has like a residual effect on your cellular system. And what I learned from the scientific aspect is what I should have been doing is taking my supplements first and then getting on the device 30 minutes later, because then what happens is it embeds the supplements exactly where the supplements are supposed to go. So if I'm taking supplements like milk thistle and they're directed right for my liver and my kidneys because it's detoxifying, then when I get on the device, then that's going to actually penetrate my supplements to those areas, which is so crazy because that was 2 weeks ago, and I've been doing that now, and I feel my supplements on a whole nother level, and the clarity, and that's something that I wish I had known all year long that I didn't even know. So I just think that there's so much knowledge and so many places that we can go with so much of what we're doing and so much of what you offer, and I'm just so stinking grateful. And the other thing that I want to say about Haute Healing Oasis is, you know, there's a lot of like physical activity remedy spots, like chiropractic, physical endurance, healing places. This to me has more of like a spiritual relaxation, energetic healing portion of it, and every room is tailored so thoughtfully and so different, and it's so peaceful, and it really makes me go within every time I walk in the door. Every time I have a sauna session and I go into one of the tailored rooms, which is flow, abundance, lotus, rose, balance, which I'm going to be doing today. Every time I go into one of those rooms, you know, you have like your lighting is all specific, your essential oils are specific to that room. And
this is important.
It is important. So I would like for you to elaborate more on the lighting in the rooms and like the benefits of that and the aromatherapy. Go.
All right. So we have at Haute what makes us uniquely different, and you know, is a couple of things. And it's funny because even as an athlete, a lot of our Western culture is used to go hard, hyper with whatever we're doing. And really, the thing that I learned as a Hall of Fame and pre-Olympic athlete is you need to slow down in order to hurry up. And what does that mean? You have to get out of your comfort zone of type A rushing. So when you come into Haute, we have 6 private different infrared sauna rooms, and each room is designed to target one of the 7 chakras. Actually, one room encompasses 2 chakras, and it does this through decor, or like feng shui, chromotherapy or light therapy, and sound therapy. Light therapy has been around for centuries. but what makes it special is how it's coupled with the infrared.
Right.
The light therapy acts as an amplifier. On our website, we have, you can just go in one of the rooms and relax, but if you want to nerd or tweak out on it, we have apps on the website on our infrared section, and you can just, you know, let's say you come in and you have a headache or you have cramps or whatever is going on, you can look at the app and you can tailor your light therapy experience if you want it. So every time you come in, you can have a different room with this experience. We use and diffuse Young Living essential oils throughout the premise, and we clean with them too, because it's not enough to be non-toxic in, you know, I mean, it doesn't make sense if somebody went in a sauna to detox,
And you're using bleach.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
No.
It doesn't make sense. So we're really about optimizing your cellular health and reinfusing your cells with the purest products. And then throughout the facility, we play solfeggio frequencies, which are scientifically proven harmonic tones that help heal and balance your body, from DNA repair to emotional health.
Oh my God, so good.
These are tools that I actually studied for a good decade, and then I, as a teacher, I incorporated these 3 things: light therapy, sound therapy, and aromatherapy.
Can you imagine if all the schools and all the hospitals in all the world incorporated all of these things?
So when you come in, like even if you're hyper and you're out of whack and you're going, how do I sit in an infrared? No. You see, can I nerd out for 1 second?
Yeah, go.
Okay, by default, when you walk through the something wonderful is about to happen door and into the sauna rooms, by default, your brain, because it's a full sensory experience, your brain and your psyche already get
instantly
into
relax.
a meditative state.
Yes.
So you're releasing all those important neurotransmitters and chemicals that make you feel relaxed. So now you're in a state where you're more receptive to the healing benefits of these devices.
Yeah. So on that note, I don't think there's anything more to say. So how can people find you?
Go to Haute Elisa.
Haute Healing Oasis.
Haute Healing Oasis.
Yeah. I'll have all the information in my blog.
HauteHealingOasis.com, HAUTE, and
on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram, same thing, and on Facebook, and
and you're here in Stanford, Connecticut.
The only day we're closed is Mondays. We're open 6 days a week, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So you can come in with somebody, come in on your own. You can share a session, take over your own session, however you want.
I bring my friends all the time, which is really great for bonding and time together, and I come alone. So,
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And everybody, go like their pages, Haute Healing Oasis.
We just love Elisa so much. She's an incredible human being, and we're so happy that you follow her because she has so much to offer this world and this planet, and we're just excited for the next part of your journey.
We'll see where
and
it
we're
takes
honored
me.
to be a part of it.
Oh my gosh, you're so a part of it. I love you too.